Holden.
All right, go ahead, hit it.
And welcome back to Midday with the ROG here on 103.5 WCCH. This is Professor Pat, special guest on the show today. Al, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. First one of the semester, season 3, episode 1. So
Let's go. Wow, generational run. I remember the first episode like it was yesterday.
I think we put it on YouTube like 12 months ago already.
Let's go.
So it's been a minute. We took the winter off. I think all of us just needed a little bit of time off.
That was good.
100%.
Needed a refresh.
But we're back to cover you some sports. I'm glad that Pat decided to come on for the first episode of the new season. Pat, how have you been? You ready for this semester coming up?
I've been doing good, Al. Thanks for asking. I feel like I'm ready to run through a brick wall. We got a lot of good things happening here at the station. We got over 40 DJs. I counted it yesterday. We're up to 42 DJs, including, I'm pretty sure, wait, can you look out that window, Al? Does it say 8 a.m.? Are all those slots filled?
Yeah, it looks like
That we're getting a live update.
Yeah, besides pretty much Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
Monday through Friday, you have everything filled.
So look at that. Yeah, Monday to Friday, completely filled here down at the station. If you're listening right now, you are listening to a live human being. You ain't listening to no voice track crap. I wish I could say other words, but I'm not gonna. It's no voice tracking around here. It's all live. It's all real. We're holding it down for HCC, and we're holding it down for Holyoke. What's up?
Yeah.
Giddy up.
But no, I mean, that's pretty incredible, though. You got more DJs during the break.
Yeah, I mean, people have kind of just been trickling in. A lot of people took a break over the winter, but you know what? That's totally fine. When I was a student, I always took a break, so don't blame anyone. But literally, first day back, it was almost overwhelming because it's like, wow, there's just a lot of people around, like pretty much all throughout the day. Kind of quiets down a little bit in the afternoon, which thank God, because I actually do have to work sometimes.
Sure.
But overall, it's been really good, and I'm so happy that people are getting involved and getting excited, building real-world skills while having fun. That's what it's all about. Giddy up.
That's good. And but other than that, how was your break? Was it good?
It was pretty good. Got to see the fam a little bit.
Holidays too.
Holidays were nice. Overall, it was a pretty good time. And now just rolling into the spring semester. And I'm really hoping to finish strong. I'm bittersweet a little bit this last semester. We're going to be... some of our leaders here are going to be graduating. Shout out DJ Damon T and also Frog Boy Flynn. They have just both been... I really can't even put it into words how integral they've been to the station and helping it grow. And I don't want to rush it because we're going to have a great spring semester. I see DJ Whooper in the window right now. Shout out DJ Whooper as well. But I don't want to rush it, but it is going to be really sad when they go. So I'm not trying to rush it again. But shout out DJ Damon T and Frog Boy Flynn. One last ride. Let's make it epic.
But good break, though, in general. That's good.
Overall, good.
Nice. It's a pretty decent break for us for college.
Yeah, what were you up to, Big Al?
Just working. But I'm starting my second day at Stop and Shop tomorrow. So
all right, let's go. Let's go. What they got you doing? Cashier, cart?
I'm just going to be bagging. And
bagging it up.
Probably doing carts, yeah.
There we go.
Like, if they do anything else, it'd probably be like later on in the job, maybe like online pickup or whatever. But
hey, there you go. Not a bad gig. You working Sundays?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Isn't that like
it's one of the days
50 cents more or something?
I put on there. I mean, not this Sunday, but like I just started. But I'm working tomorrow and then Monday, Friday, and Saturday next week.
Get to that bag by any means necessary.
But yeah. It should be good. But yeah, probably some Sundays. I don't know exactly yet, though. But you want to hop into sports, or what's up?
Yeah, come on. Let's go. I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. So, Pat, we've had some pretty decent things happen recently in the last month.
It's kind of popping.
Anything you want to start with?
How about a little NFL to start?
I mean, I was thinking of saving that for last because there's been so much hirings, and now we're a couple of weeks away from the Super Bowl.
I know. I would save it, but I'm gonna have to hop off around like 1:45. So I want to make sure we get to the good stuff.
All right, fair enough.
Well, got to start off with a little Pats talk. How about them Patriots? Sure. Hey, people, don't forget, I went on Al's show last year, and I said, I think the Pats are going to make the playoffs. No big deal. Kind of called it. Didn't think they were going to do as good as they've done this year. Drake May has been fantastic. in my opinion, the MVP of the league. I know Stafford most likely going to eke him out, I think, just because he's had such a long career and he hasn't got one yet. But Drake May, incredible year. Big win over the Texans last week. And the Texans were looking I was nervous going into that game because the Texans' defense was really looking incredible. Able to pull that one out, which was great. And now I don't want to get ahead of ourselves for the Patriots Nation out there, but facing a backup quarterback is the only thing stopping us from the Super Bowl. I got to think that that's going to be a win for the Pats. I know Denver can be a little bit of a snake pit, but I'm thinking the Pats are going to hit the Super Bowl here, and then I'm looking at Seattle, though, coming out of...
what do you think was going to happen?
They look really good. But you know what? You never know. Once you get to the Super Bowl, I feel like you kind of just throw everything out the window, and it's a one-game season. What do you think?
Well, yeah, because it's all the build-up, all the months that you played in the regular season, and then, of course, those important playoff games.
Oh, wait, now pull that mic down a little bit. You're cutting out a little bit.
Of course, the important playoff games, too. But, that's all it is to get to the Lombardi Trophy, to get to the big one. I don't know. I mean, I think now that, and I guess I was probably going to say this for last, and I'll probably still talk about it later. I mean, with you got to feel for Bo Nix, though.
Yeah, I know.
Second play in overtime, and he ankle.
Honestly, I hate to see that because I am just a general I'm a fan of the game, respect the Shield, but that was just sad to see because, yeah, you want the Patriots to have an easier path, but you never want to see a great player like Nix go down, and he's had a great year too. And the Broncos really had a great turnaround this year as well. Weren't they like 4-12 last year or something?
Well, it's crazy. These teams that have
talking to the mic, Al.
Teams that's have been like down and out. I feel like a year later they get to the point where they want to be. Like, I mean, take for example last year the Pats.
Pats too, yeah.
Getting Vrabel and then McDaniels back. Just to name a couple teams. It's amazing what happens when you can make a change and change things up for your coaching staff, your GM, and your front office guys.
Yeah, it really shows you can just kind of shift a culture when you bring in the right guy at the top. On that note, just because it's a good segue, you want to go through some of the coaching changes? Because I saw there's been a record-tying number of new coaches / fired coaches, sadly. There's been 10 new hires and fires. So I'll just go right down the line here. Atlanta fired Raheem Morris and just hired Kevin Stefanski, who actually is coming from the Browns, I believe. Miami fired Mike McDaniel and hired Jeff Hafley. Not exactly sure who he is.
I used to coach at BC, and he used to be the Packers defensive coordinator.
Oh, there we go. I think you'll know this next one. The G-Men firing Brian DeBall and hiring John Harbaugh.
Yeah, but the last time I had you on, we talked about that. Actually, no. That was before it happened.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that as a resident Giants fan?
I wonder how Harbaugh's going to do because this is a new whole environment for him.
He's not, he had trouble with Lamar, which was, something. And then, not only did he, get tossed, but then his new coaching job, Mike Tomlin did too. And most of those coaches, in particularly, 9-8. And then they're wondering, oh, why did I miss it? Your record. And then people are like, well, yeah, he's a good coach, but if your coach goes 9-8 or 8-9 almost every year because they added the extra game.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's gonna help the young guys like Dart, Scadaboo, and Neighbors, because all three of them will be back playing together probably by the start of next year, which is great. Of course, what happened to Neighbors and Scadaboo was just awful.
The Giants might have a turnaround next year. With Harbaugh,
I want to see what he does. It's a new environment for him, so I don't know, how he's gonna handle it. He's not in Baltimore anymore, so I think that it's a big change in his role, or not role. He's still a head coach, but it's a big it's a different environment. He's not gonna be in Baltimore anymore. He's gonna be in New York.
Yeah, I'm reading it right here. I didn't realize 18 seasons with the Ravens. I would have said like 9.
Him and Tomlin were for respectively for both of their teams, the Ravens and the Steelers, were both there for like those amount of years. What you just mentioned was like probably the same thing for Tomlin.
Yeah. Oh my God, Steelers was an interesting one too because they've only had 3 head coaches in their entire history. That's kind of amazing. Kind of a testament to them as an organization.
The exact opposite. The Giants have had like 500 of them because of how bad they've been.
Yeah, it's been.
I don't know.
rough few
I mean, I want to say I'm
post-Coughlin.
optimistic. You know, maybe he turns things around, but I mean, they currently have the number 5 pick for this year as well. I mean, they could have had, if they didn't win those meaningless games again for like the 500th time, they could have had like the number 1 pick right now. But no, you have to like. But there was one year where the Dolphins lost on purpose and lost their draft pick, if you remember that. Remember that? There was one, I think it was, Flores was still on the team, I think. Or maybe that was the whole, there was their whole allegations. Anyways, back to the point. They took away their draft pick. If you remember that particular year, they lost, I think, 4 of their last 5 games. And then they were up there for the number 1 pick, and they took it away. Or they were somewhere in the category of a top 5, and they went bye-bye. But I'm not saying I wanted the Giants to lose on purpose. I'm just saying that if they would have like lost one of those last 3 or 4 games, for crying out loud, I'd rather have the number 2 pick than the number 5 pick. I mean, I know it's in the top 5, you know, that you should be happy about that. But for years, it's just you get to that point and you just win games when you don't have to.
I hear you.
But, like, you don't know. Like, if that happened to the Dolphins, who said it can't happen to the Giants or anybody else that just tanks, for an example?
No, yeah. You want to be a competitive team and you want to compete to be the best. But isn't there a party that says if you're not going to be the best, shouldn't you try to compete to be the worst, low-key?
Well, like,
I know you hate to say it as a fan.
After when your season, like, okay, so when you usually start off, the NFL is different. When you usually start off, like, 0-3, or, for an example, 0-3, or if you start off 0-3, you know, I'm not saying your season's over. Winning streaks are a thing. But usually when you start off 0-3, and you're a team that struggles for, like, a really long time,
yeah,
it's hard for you. I'm not saying it's impossible, but when you're that bad for that long, okay, say, for example, like, the Pats went 0-3, but then they won, like, 14 of their next games.
Yeah.
And then they're 14-3 because they've been there in those situations so many times.
Yeah.
There's a difference. The Giants haven't won anything in, like, since 2012.
Oh my God,
They made it in 2016 against Green Bay. And they got smoked in that game.
Yeah.
But that was, like, and then the 2022 with Daniel Jones, and then they got cooked by Philadelphia after Minnesota. But, like, there's a big difference of, like, you being that bad for, like, most of the season, because a lot of people don't have a lot of big expectations for you. What bothers me, though, is just how every single time they get to be in, like, a really great spot. Okay, I mean, I'd rather have the number 5 pick than the number 20 pick, sure. I'm not mad about that.
Facts.
But when you have a chance year after year after year after year to get the number 1 pick, or for crying out loud, the number 2 pick, and they had the number 2 pick and the 1 pick, if they lost those last couple games, they would have stayed there. They beat Dallas and they beat Vegas. It's just when you see it year after year after year, it just bothers you, you know?
I hear you.
Like, cause
the mediocrity.
You're like, okay, I have a bad season, and there's these last few games. But after your record's really bad, you're pretty much just playing for pride at that point. When you're, like, knocked out,
Yeah,
when you're
that's
done,
tough.
when you're done, it's like, okay, finish off the season strong, of course, regardless of what your record is. Even if you're horrible and you're, like, 2-13 or something, like the Giants pretty much were, like 4-12, 4-13. It's hard, like, but just to see it happen, like, repeatedly is annoying.
Yeah, you at least want to be in the damn hunt. I mean, come on. You want to be on at least the bottom of the graphic in the hunt.
I mean,
come on.
John Harbaugh, I want to say that
he wins. That's why I think it's a good hire.
I want to say he might turn some things around. I mean, as long as like he can be, hired for a little bit. Like does not have someone get tossed after like 2 years.
Yeah.
Is what I'm like. That's the goal. I mean, I wonder how he's going to work with Dart. I wonder how he's going to work with the, our offense and see how the team goes with him in charge. It's a new guy that has a lot of experience. Well, he's not new, but he's been in the league for a long time.
Just because we're talking about head coaches, could we talk a little bit about what Indiana has managed to do in college football over the past 2 years? Really an incredible turnaround. What are your thoughts on that? Bringing it home 16-0, first team since Yale in 1894. Possibly the greatest college football team ever. 2 years ago, they were the worst.
It's crazy.
Crazy. So what are your thoughts on that? I'm a huge Coach Sig fan. I like when he said in his original press conference, "You don't know who I am? I win. Google me." That's great.
This means he's staying humble. Like, he's not bragging about it. He's like,
keeping it
like
real,
me
baby.
Or not, that sucks. Pretty
Just
much.
win, baby, win. Al Davis.
But Mendoza, potential number one pick, Heisman winner and national champion.
Dude, I don't know if I just got duped on this on Facebook or this is real. Is he entering the portal?
I know he's declared for the draft, right? Yeah.
Oh, I think I got duped. I think I got
What were you looking at?
I think I got Facebook duped where I'm like, wait, what? He's not transferring.
No, I don't.
I got duped like a 90-year-old on Facebook.
No, he's gonna be there. But what do you think? Potential. The Raiders got the number one pick and they need a quarterback. But if I was him, I like you go where you go.
Wait, no, Al, I'm reading it right now. Indiana transfer quarterback has signed with Georgia Tech. ESPN college football. Look, it goes, Mendoza entered the NCAA transfer portal 1 day after the championship.
That has to be a scam, bro. Or there's no way that's true.
Oh, wait. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you got fooled. Like I said.
Dude, no, I was confused. I think it's his brother.
You looked at that wrong. Wait, really?
It's his brother, Alberto Mendoza.
Yeah, you're wrong. That was his brother.
Oh, my God. I was so confused by that because I'm like, wait a minute. He just won the national championship. He ain't going to another school.
There's no way.
Okay, never mind. Hand up. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
I'm spreading bad news on Midday with the ROG. Hand up. Professor Pat makes mistakes.
So what other coaches do we got?
On rare occasion. All right, other coaches. We got Robert Saleh. My bad. Coming into the Titans, replacing Brian Callahan. Dang, he got fired midseason. So it's been a rough year for the Titans.
Yeah, he's going to the Titans.
I don't know too much about him.
How he's going to do with he was one of the Niners D coordinator. And he coached the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, the Jets. Yeesh.
I wonder how he's going to do with Cam Ward.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of people I saw saying that was one of the most enticing jobs, although I think the firing of Sean McDermott, I think the Bills instantly got to be the most enticing because they're an instant playoff contender with Josh Allen.
And Josh Allen just fumbles the bag every year, though.
But low-key crazy move firing McDermott. I didn't think he deserved that.
I thought they would have at least given him another year. A lot of people were saying, no, he should have gotten tossed right away. I was like, really? He's had all these years with Allen, but they haven't won a bowl.
Dude, 98-50 record, and you get fired. Cold world.
That's like what, 50-something games over 500?
That's honestly
around that
crazy.
Yeah.
But it shows, it's like end of the day, teams want championships because 8-8 in the postseason, 2 AFC championship losses to the Chiefs.
And they don't have any excuses now too. Like they're trying to say like, oh, that play with the interception in the game the week before with Denver. They're trying to say that wasn't like that, and they're trying to say it's like rigged.
But a season doesn't come down to one play. Overall, they got outcompeted and they deserve to lose. I don't think it. And personally, I thought that it was the right call. So boo-hoo. Sorry, Bills fans.
They're just mad because they lost.
Stay mad.
And honestly, McDermott, like with Allen over the years, they haven't won anything. But I would have thought they would have given him at least another chance, but I guess they said get out of here pretty much.
My God, there's some terrible jobs. Actually, the Steelers job is good, like we said earlier. But then, like, if I'm a offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, do I want to go and be the head coach of the Raiders, the Browns? I mean, these are teams I don't see getting any better, no matter if Bill Belichick steps in there. Do you think Belichick would ever come back to take something after the whole UNC debacle?
Maybe. I don't know. Big question. Something that we'll have to look toward to when we get close to the NFL in like September. So,
and then that could be his like, hey, I can win without Brady moment, like Brady had with the Bucks. That'd be an interesting storyline.
I mean,
oh my God, what if he came to the Bills? That would be like the best storyline.
Bruh, I'm sorry. I don't know about that.
He don't want to go in cold Buffalo.
Honestly. But also them and the Pats just absolutely cooked them most years.
Just for chaos, I kind of want that to happen.
That's like a take, man.
That's my take. Hey, Bill, if you're listening right now, go take that Bills job. Tell Kraft what you really think.
So, who do we got? So you got Saleh. We have Harbaugh. I know Mike McDaniel got an offensive coordinator job with the Chargers.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I know that's not head coaching, but it still counts.
Well, I think that was it for ones that are already replaced. There's
only been 4 or 5 so far.
Yeah,
so,
but
there's still like 5 more teams that need coaches.
The Cardinals, they fired Jonathan Gannon.
Yep.
We already said Harbaugh. Already said McDermott, Stefanski. Oh, and Pete Carroll. I mentioned the Raiders.
Yeah.
Horrible year.
I think Kurt Carroll had it coming though. Obviously.
That was a no surpriser.
That was a no-brainer.
And then you can start fresh with your number 1 pick.
So there's the one day in the NFL called Black Monday, which is called cleaning house, pretty much.
Oh my God, I keep forgetting Tom Brady's minority owner of the Raiders.
Yeah, that and a Fox announcer.
Yeah, he doesn't stop. I see him everywhere. I just saw him like breaking down like his favorite throw of his career on the NFL page.
No, for sure.
I think he's doing a good job though, personally. I know I'm biased, but right?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, Al, fresh cut too.
This was back from before Christmas.
Oh, dang. It still looks good.
Thanks, bro.
Anyways.
No, I think that, like what we said, about the coaches, of course, and of course, more teams need to hire their guys as well. The championship Sunday is going to be something, and of course, Super Bowl's it's February 8th, and it's going to be Super Bowl 60. Pat.
Oh, wow. This is a big one, huh?
60 years of the Super Bowl.
There we go. I'd love to see the Pats back in it, and I have a really good feeling.
I think it's going to be a good game, but I think you're going to give Jared Stidham a lot of problems.
I agree. And that's a really tough position to be put in, to be a backup coming in the AFC Championship.
He had like 4 or 5 starts in his career, and he was the 3rd string behind Garoppolo when Brady was quarterback. Do you remember that?
And I'm going to be real. He didn't look that good. I think he was a rookie at the time, but like he did not look that good personally.
Just to get thrown in that scenario to bring your team to the biggest game of the season.
It's a tough spot.
It's hard. It's not easy. Your starting quarterback gets hurt with an ankle. And when we saw the news about it, if you remember, we were like, what? Because you saw him like get off the field. But
it's tough, dude.
Then you get a notification 30 minutes later saying he's out for this Sunday. And I'm like, that means they're throwing somebody that hasn't played in a while to get his team to the biggest game of the year. Yeah,
the only way I can see the Pats not bringing this one home is if there's honestly a major collapse. Because, I mean, all they should do on defense is stack the box. Not stack the box, actually. I would say drop as many people in coverage as possible. Maybe rush the passer a little bit, but make Stidham beat you. Don't get beat by the run game when you're facing a backup QB. Make him come out and beat you.
How do you think Drake May does this Sunday?
I think he's gonna be good. Al, you gotta keep talking into the mic.
I am. So,
all right,
it's up here. So seriously though, what do you think he's actually? How do you think he's actually gonna do?
Drake May, I think
Denver's defense is good, but he's been putting up Amazing stats. Second in MVP. People say Matthew Stafford's it, but Stafford just pads stats with touchdowns from like 5 yards.
I think I hate to be cliche.
You're noticing that too, right? Have you seen that?
Yeah, he's a stat padder. All Drake May's got to do is just keep doing what he's doing, stay humble. I saw he had a great reaction once the Pats sealed it against the Texans, where he was kind of like, all right, this is great, but, we got another couple games to go. I kind of feel like he's a man on a mission, and I think if he can just keep up playing at the level he's playing at, I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull out the MVP and maybe even a Super Bowl in the same year. That'd be great to see. And I was somewhat of a skeptic of Drake May. He's really surprised me this year, which is cool to see. Totally different style player than Brady, but he's doing his thing. And also, you got to remember, early career Brady was different than later in career, so he's still got a ways to develop, Not to compare him to Brady, because that's a little unfair.
Like people are already throwing those things out there, though, like comparisons in the second year.
Not fully fair, but, he's doing a dang good job.
He's doing it in his era. Like,
there you go.
2 different eras. So, like, passing the torch, second year of his career and bringing his team to the conference championship and possibly the Super Bowl.
And Vrabel's done a really good job, too, just shifting the culture.
Him and Josh McDaniels.
Totally. Bringing back some familiar faces, guys who know the Patriot way. They've done a fantastic job. I would say Vrabel's guaranteed coach of the year, except that guy down in Jacksonville. He did a really good job as well. I'm forgetting his name terribly. He might give him a run for his money.
I mean, Vrabel just went in there. Remember, a former Pats player, too.
Yeah.
And just was like, give it to me. Bang.
Let's go. Let's win.
But what do you think's going to happen? I mean, I think the Rams-Seahawks is going to be a war. 2 division rivals, too.
Yeah, that is going to be a good one. I think I'm going to take the Seahawks, though. The Rams have kind of faltered a little bit sometimes in the playoffs. Didn't they have a comeback win in the first game against Carolina? They might have just been sleeping a little bit that game.
That game was actually the wild card game.
Yeah.
That game was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It was, dude. Remember, Rams were giving a run. The Panthers were giving the run for the Rams money in that game.
I know.
And then at the end, the Rams ended up coming out with it. What do you think about the game last week with the Rams and the Bears in that crazy Caleb Williams play that ended up still losing the game on 4th down?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that was wild. What an incredible play, though. Bears had a pretty good year. I did see people saying...
Go ahead, Pat.
I was just going to say, I did see people saying how that play is kind of like a good encapsulation of Caleb Williams because he has
Shout out Ben Johnson.
Shout out Ben Johnson. He had that incredible play, but then throws the interception in OT. And a lot of Bears fans I saw saying, that's our Caleb. Amazing play on one play, and then just, what are you doing?
The thing is, too, with the game on the line, too. Game on the line. Rolls out of there, gets out of sacks, and just heaves it to the left corner of the end zone, and he beat his man, shoved him off, beat his man in the left corner of the end zone. I was like, no shot, freaking. But
dude, yeah, but how about that interception? Who was he throwing?
That was horrible. That was terrible. OT. They get to OT, and then they force the touchdown thing before, and then he throws to literally Casper in the back of nowhere, and I'm like, well, the minute he threw the turnover, I was like, that's game.
Yeah,
definitely. For starters, though, the fact that he even regardlessly made that play was insane. And then of course, that whole Broncos-Bills game was pretty insane. Denver getting to the AFC Championship with the Patriots. If you remember the last time they played in the AFC Championship, remember the Patriots-Broncos with Brady versus Manning?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that was legendary.
The game where, before Manning went to the Super Bowl and then they won that. If you remember, that was the game where the Broncos defense was all over Brady.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that was a real frustrating game as a Pats fan because he had no time to throw. Didn't the Broncos go on to win the Super Bowl that year?
Did.
Their defense was really good that year.
Remember the Von Miller days.
God, he was a beast back in the day. I think he's even underrated looking back on it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's He's a beast.
Yeah.
But
And yeah, Pats have always struggled in Denver. So that's the only other thing that they have, I think, going against them. For whatever reason, I don't know if there's something in the water up there, but like they've really struggled there, especially in the playoffs. I saw they lost their last 3 playoff road games in Denver.
So what do you think's maybe it might be a little bit of a change, dude? I mean, you think that that's going to happen this Sunday? I mean, you look at it, Patriots defense is really good too. And Stidham hasn't played in a really long time, so maybe you guys give them a really hard time too. Could be really possible.
I know. I shouldn't get too ahead of it. But same time, all that being said, I think the Pats are a pretty safe bet in this one, just because backup quarterback. And I'm not big on Stidham. I don't think he's really going to have his Brady moment. I think it's more going to be it's going to be clear they're facing a backup quarterback. I think the NFC is really the game to watch, I would say.
Yeah, the schedule is Patriots, Broncos, CBS, 3 o'clock, and then I'd want to say either Fox or NBC for probably NBC, probably more so NBC. Rams, Seahawks at 6:30.
That should be a good one.
So those 2 games are going to be something.
I'm going to say Pats, Seahawks, Super Bowl rematch.
Oh, if the Pats win, they're either facing a rematch with either one.
I know.
And if you remember, they won both of them.
So there we go.
So
I'm riding the Pats all the way. Wow, it would be great to get another Super Bowl. It's been too long.
You want that number 7, brother?
Yes. Let's go.
You're 1 game away from glory. So
Come on now. It's been a great year. Great turnaround.
You just gotta finish. You gotta get there, and then you gotta, like Kobe Bryant said, "Job's not finished till it's done."
No,
so
it's all about the turnaround, baby.
Today was 20 years ago since the Kobe Bryant 81-point game. By the way.
Oh my God! Wow.
I got that earlier this morning. I was like, by SportsCenter, I was like, 20 years is crazy. But it's crazy how time goes too. I know you got what, 9 minutes before you gotta go. What do you want to hit up? Do you want to do the picks and then maybe hit up some free agent signs in the MLB before you sign off?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
So obviously, Pats Broncos. I think we're both. I'm hitting New England on this one. I don't think Jared Stidham's gonna. It's gonna be really rough for him.
Honestly, that would be a real disappointment if the Pats don't pull it out, because not that we were rooting for the injury, but now that he did get injured, it's like, come on, Pats got to pull that out.
I'll take New England. What do you got? What do you think of our score? What do you think it's gonna be?
I'm gonna say. I'm going to say 27-10 Pats.
Okay.
I'll say 17-point win.
That's pretty good. How about 28? How about 28? You said 17-point win for you?
Yeah, I'm going to say 27-10.
Oh, okay. So it's like smash them out right there. Okay, Pat, I like it. How about 28-18? How about your defense holds?
Okay.
Tougher Stidham anyways.
Wow, the Pats are only favored by 4.5 points. I might have to bet the Pats this week. Not promoting gambling, but not promoting gambling, but wow, that seems generous for a backup quarterback. But isn't Denver's D really good this year too?
Yeah. Very good.
So it's not like they necessarily were an offensive team. Still, though, might have to hammer the Pats.
Yeah.
You didn't hear it from me, folks, if you lose. But if you won, you did hear it from me.
So we're both going to New England. You said
don't gamble unless you have a good feeling about it.
You said 27-10. I said 28-18.
Yeah. I think the other game is more interesting.
Rams, Seahawks.
I'm going to say...
What do you got, dude?
I'm going to say 24-21 Seahawks.
Okay.
But could easily be swapped. I would give that a 3-point either way.
20. You said what? 24-20? 27-20. Okay. Dude, that's pretty good. What's the... You looking at the money line for that too?
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
I think you're already on the site anyways. So.
I'm making my weekend plans right now. I'm making my financial plans right now. JK, gamble responsibly or don't at all.
This is gonna be tough for me to pick, but
Okay, yeah, Seahawks are favored by 2.5.
Is Sam Darnold good enough to knock out the Rams? You remember last week? That game against the Niners?
See, he's just got to manage the game.
You see how bad that game was, though, for San Francisco?
Oh my God, yeah, they got smacked.
There was a 4th and 1 play that they ended up getting, but Seattle, like, they called timeout, right? And
is that it?
And then after that, they didn't get it. And then after that, that's when just the belt pretty much just started hitting San Francisco.
Yeah. San Francisco was my pick to go to the Super Bowl. I was really
and they
surprised.
battled through the injuries all year.
Yeah.
And they got to the divisional round. I don't even think they were expecting that. After everything that they've gone through with injuries.
Yeah.
With Bosa, with Warner. And just the list goes on. I'm not going to keep, like, naming. But the fact that they even got to that point and even got past the first round.
Yeah.
With their scenario.
McCaffrey's a beast. Oh my God.
CMC.
He's a real pleasure to watch. Gritty guy.
He's a. And then Purdy ended up changing it up. You know, toward the end of the season, he started feeling his game again. At the end of the game, end of the season, if you notice that, he had some good games against the game against the Bears earlier in the season when that game was tied up pretty much the whole way. If you remember, it was like 7-7, 14, 21, 21, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
If you remember, that game was like Sunday Night Football a couple weeks before the end of the season. But no, the fact that they even got to where the point of that with all the injuries they dealt with all year has got to be something to look out for. I mean, because, you know, next year's next year, but in Seattle, Seattle just pretty much did what they had to do. I know that that week before or 2 weeks before, remember they had that game for the number 1 seed in San Francisco, and then they ended up winning those 2 games, and then of course they won last week.
Yeah, I've been a Seattle doubter all year, but I think I'm finally coming around. I think they're going to the Super Bowl.
It's just this game, honestly, bro. I'm gonna go. I'm going Seahawks. I'm with you.
All right, let's go.
I'm with you. I think they're gonna get there. I think that this is gonna be their chance to get to the Super Bowl, and either against the Pats or Broncos. But we already said Pats, so let's see how that goes this weekend. And I think the score is gonna be really close. I'm going 28-25 Seattle, game-winning field goal.
I like it. I think that's a good pick.
What about you? I know you picked Seattle. What's the score?
Oh, 24-21.
All right, that's like 6 points off.
So I'm gonna say Seattle wins, and dare I say it, I'm gonna say Seattle covers. Even more important.
So when me and Pat come back next week, of course we'll figure out who the Super Bowl contenders are going to be.
Yeah.
100%. Pat's got 3 minutes. A little MLB update. I know I'm not gonna really talk about the NFL after this. I pretty much just went a good 45 minutes with you.
I know.
Besides it's fine. It was the most exciting topic, anyways.
It's MLB hot stove.
Yeah.
Well, wait, we didn't talk. I know you probably were talking about. We didn't talk a whole lot about the college football playoff.
What did you think about it?
I just want to give a huge shout out to Indiana because I'm a UMass guy. I was a UMass undergrad, and we have literally the worst program in the FBS. But the Hoosiers were right there with us. So like. For them to, in a matter of 2 years, go from being literally a bottom dweller in the entire FBS to a national champion, I saw a post that was ranking them up there for literally the greatest turnarounds in sports. Like there was like Leicester City, a couple others I can't remember, but that was the big one they were comparing it to. But like it really is an incredible turnaround. So got to give props to Coach Sig for that. I mean, he really was the guy who came in and shifted the culture. And even just his story was pretty cool. Started at a smaller school, JMU, did great things there, built a great culture there, and then he made the leap to D1, and he proved why he's a winner. You know, no matter where you go, you are what you are, you know? He's a winner. So shout out Coach Sig. Big inspiration of mine, honestly, for his leadership.
Before we go to a quick NHL, and I know we got a minute and a half with you.
Sure.
And I might wrap up in a few minutes. Anyway, I might go to 2. I don't know. If I do go to 2, I'm probably taking a break, though.
Yeah.
Because we've did a good 45 minutes. So far.
Yeah, I got to give myself a breather because I've been in meetings since like 11:15.
Sounds about right, Mr. Pat.
Grinding.
So got the Golden Kings and the Bruins tonight at 7 o'clock.
Ooh.
Bruins 28-20-2, Kings 24-12 and 2 with the tie.
That should be a good one. I'll take the Bruins.
Probably sign it off. Yeah. We know that Bo Bichette went to the Mets. There was a trade. The Mets got Freddie Peralta last night from the Brewers.
Oh wow.
Cubs got Bregman. I know I really wanted to ask you, that when it happened. Was your reaction like? Were you pissed about that? I'm sure you were.
Yeah, it's just classic Sox cheaping out. Also, before the show ends, I don't know if he's listening, but shout out Sully over at the Bartley Center. You're a real one. We got to get you on the show real soon. Remember I was telling you about they know a guy that used to play for the Yankees down at the Bartley Center? Sorry, not to go fully off topic.
I don't think you hit me up with that.
Oh, well, we're trying to get it's terrible now I'm forgetting his name, but there's a player who played for the Yankees. I want him to come on your show.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that to me like the last day of the semester.
Yeah, shout out Sully. You're the man.
So, one last one. I know the Celtics won last night. Beat the Pacers.
Okay.
Warriors Mavs tonight. I got some sign-ins. We'll go to a quick break. I know Pat's got to get out of here.
Yeah, all good. This has been a real fun show, and I'm going to try to get on more this semester if I can.
No, I'd love to have you. I know that Damon T said he's probably going to have a problem with it. I said we'll try to get you on by the end of the semester. I think I'm going to do one song and then probably just wrap up.
Bird.
All right. You're listening to Season 3, Episode 1 of Midday with the ROG with DJ Big Al and DJ Pat.
Professor Pat.
Yeah. I like
put some respect on my name.
I like Professor. But thanks for joining me on Midday with the ROG.
It's been fun.
C3 Episode 1. We'll get this out a little bit, right? I think.
Yeah, it should be easy enough. That's up to you. You're the producer.
We'll get it out.
Let's go.
We'll be back in 5 minutes to wrap up for the next 5. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Is this thing on? Word.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out.
We get a lighter.
That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild.
Keep that in there.
And free.
So what? I keep them rolled up, sagging my pants, not caring what I show. Keep it real, if you don't know me, keep it playing with my bros. It look clean, don't it? Watched it the other day, watch how you lean on it. Keep me some 501 jeans on it, roll up bigger than King Kong's fingers and burn them things down to they stingers. You a class clown, and if I skip for the day, I'm with your chick smoking gray.
You know what? It's like I'm 17 again, peach fuzz on my face. Looking on the case, trying to find a hella taste. Oh my God, I'm on the chase. Chevy, it's getting kinda heavy. Irrelevant, selling it, dipping away. Time keeps slipping away. Zipping the safe, flipping for pay. Tipping like I'm dripping in paint. Up front, folk, like a leaf, put the in
so
the J.
what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
And I don't even care. Long as me and my team in here, it's gonna be some green in the air. Tell 'em, Mac.
Blowing everywhere we going, and now you knowin' when I step right up. Get my lighter so I can light up.
That's how it should be done. Soon as you thinking you're down, find how to turn things around. Now things are looking up.
From the ground up, pound up this Taylor gang. So turn my sound up and mount up and do my thing.
Now I'm chillin', fresh out of class, feeling like I'm on my own and I could probably own a building. Got my own car, no job, no children. Had a size project, me and Mac killed it.
THC, MAC, DEV, HD3. It's me, this is us. We gon' fuss and we gon' fight and we gon' roll and live
So
on.
what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
Yeah, roll one, smoke one. When you live like this, you're supposed to party. Roll one, smoke one, and we all just having fun. So we just roll one, smoke one. When you live like this, you're supposed to party. Roll one, smoke one, and we all just having fun.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. We're just having fun. And we don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young.
And welcome back to Midday with the Raj on 103.5 WCCH, the best in variety. I got about 5 minutes left with you before I wrap up, so I can get some time to try to get this up there or just do it this weekend or at some point. Shout out Professor Pat for coming on the show today. He just needed a little bit of time to get out of the room, and I understand that. We got about five minutes to go, and I can bring up some small sports stuff for you guys for the next 5 minutes. A little NBA schedule, upcoming schedule. We can do that for the next 5 minutes. That's fine. And then I'll wrap up with another song. All right, so let's hit it. We're gonna go to the upcoming schedule for the NBA coming up. So tonight, Golden State's taking on the Mavericks. I wonder what... Damon C., you still in here?
Yeah, but I gotta go to class. What's going on? Am I
What?
on the air?
Just for a second. What's
All right, that's cool.
What's
What's
your
going on?
opinion on the whole situation with Jimmy Butler with his torn ACL?
I mean, did you see it?
I unfortunately had to see it, yes, and it was bad. He grabbed his knee right away. And
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of that.
I mean, it changes the complexion of the season.
It does, and I just hope that Golden State can hang in there. But, the next few months are going to be tough, not having him on the floor. Buddy Hield's been playing really well.
Did you hear
recently for the
any
Warriors.
follow-ups to the injury?
No.
Recovery time or
Well,
surgery?
You know how
or
ACL can be.
Probably
So,
surgery.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
likely. So, but what do you think, Damon? Do you think that's huge or just horrible for the Warriors? And me personally, I hated it. I had to see it. It sucked. But do you think that they're going to be able to recover from? Of course, they have to go on without him now. So,
I guess you got to look at the age of the team at this point. Can they still pull it together? Because it was a team put together with kind of aging people, but still you put that many great or formerly great people together and you're still going to have pretty damn good. So
thanks, Damon C. And I hope to get you back on a show later on this semester.
don't forget Royal Rumble next Saturday.
And yeah, I'll get you and Eric on so we can do a little WWE update. So, but thanks to Damon Chi.
Honestly, guys, we have about 3 minutes.
I appreciate everybody for listening to Season 3, Episode 1. I'll try to get this out probably this week or this weekend or later on today. We got a few minutes left. Pats Broncos this weekend. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. Seahawks Rams. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. You already heard me and Pat's picks. Pat gave it pretty straight. He said Patriots are going to dominate Denver this weekend. Rams and Seahawks, close game, but me and Pat both said Seattle. So there's about 30 seconds left. Thanks for listening to Midday with the Rod, Season 3, Episode 1. We'll be back next week with your updates and, of course, who ended up going to the Super Bowl. Until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and this is all for the first episode of Season 3, Episode 1 of Midday with the Raj. Goodbye!